Hello everyone and welcome to this NiceLabel video on customizing your print form. In this video we're going to learn how to customize our print form in NiceLabel Designer, and we're going to learn how to change some things around by moving some things and rechanging the size. First we're going to click on New Label to get started. I'm going to click on Finish here because we want to leave everything as default. And before we get started, I'm actually going to connect our label to a database so we can see some of the variables from our database when we use our print form. So I'm going to click on Excel, and then I'm going to go to the step-by-step database wizard and browse for our pasta Excel sheet. We're going to click Open. I'm going to hit Next, 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 because we want to leave everything as default. I'm going to have NiceLabel create objects for us and click Finish. So we have our objects here from our Excel database. Now what we want to do is go back to our Home tab and actually take a look at the print form. So what we can do is we can actually go to File and Print. And here we have our actual print form. As you can see, we've got our label preview here. We've got our variables down here that we would see from our database if we click on the pasta table. And we've got some NiceLabel logo as well as quantity that we can change, and even some printer settings. So what we're going to do is we're going to click back, and then we're going to click on the print icon and the down arrow and select Customize Print Form. Now as you can see, we now have another tab that shows us our printing form. So here we have all of our areas here of our print form that we can actually change. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make the print preview smaller because I really don't need a print preview that large. So we're going to make it a little bit smaller. Then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to shrink down the variable table here because we don't really need it that big, but I want to make it a little longer, so I have to actually take the NiceLabel logo and put it up here. So we're going to extend this all the way over to the side. And then actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually make this a little bit longer so it lines up with our print quantity here, and then we're going to take the NiceLabel logo and we're going to make it just a bit bigger here. So now we have our variable table down here that we've made a little bit larger. We've got our preview here, and we've got our printer settings as well as our quantity. What we're going to do is we're going to actually take our print quantity now, move that over to the side here, and our print settings. So now we have everything kind of lined up and looking a little better. And we'll even take the printer name and make this a little bit longer too. So now we have everything lined up. So if I actually want to see our print form, all we have to do is go to File and Print. And now here we have our print form. So we've got our preview here. We've got our variables. If I click on pasta, we can now even choose to make things a little bit larger here, so I can actually read all of the actual data without having to make the window bigger. And we've got our NiceLabel logo here, as well as our now expanded quantity and settings. Now, if we want to reset this so we can actually go back to the beginning and kind of change things, what we can do is we can go to Print and then Recreate Printing Form. This is now going to give us a message box asking us we want to reset it. Once I click OK, we now have our NiceLabel printing form set all the way back to default. So now we can start over again and change things when we go through the first time. So in summation, in this video, we learned how to take a look at the printing form in NiceLabel, as well as edit it and change some things around to our liking, and then actually recreate it from the beginning so we can start over and make some changes the next time we design it. Thank you for tuning in this video on NiceLabel customizing your print form.